Hello, I'm Lynn and welcome to my home. I'm going to speak a little bit about houses in Irvine. This is a private housing estate and we have semi-detached houses and detached houses. Mine is a detached house and it has its own driveway as all the others have. There's no bungalows in this street, but a bungalow is a low house with no stairs in it, so all the bedrooms and everything is on the one level. The other thing you can get mostly in cities is flats and tenements where a lot of people live, and it's, as it says, it's got multiple houses, one above the other, as I'm sure you'll have in Brazil. I think Lau is going to now take a little video of the street which I live in, which is a cul-de-sac. So it comes to the end here and there's no through road, so you have to just turn at the corner and come back. What she's showing you now is a green belt area, and there's a small lake over there which a lot of the dog walkers use to walk their dogs round the lake. And the children in the summertime play in the field, they play football and different games. Okay, now I'm going to take you into the house. This is what we call the entrance hall, or vestibule some people call it. And it's just literally a little area that you can take your coats and shoes off in before you walk into the living room, because in the winter time it's cold here in Scotland, and this keeps the heat in the living room before we go through there. And off this little hallway is a downstairs toilet. Okay, it's just a small toilet and wash hand basin. The first room in the house after the hallway. It's reasonably sized living room for the size of the houses here in Scotland. And as you see, it's got a couch, a two-seater couch, and a three-seater couch, and a large coffee table, which if you have sitting having a cup of tea or a drink, yes, and this is a vase, and it's holding some pine cones with a little candle in the middle. That's just for decoration. And these are coasters. That's to put our cup on when we're having a hot cup of tea or coffee, so that it doesn't mark the table. This is another vase with a candle in it. I like my candles. And this is called a vertical blind, which can open and close. That's it closed, and that's it open. Or we can have it like this and we can shut it. And I'm sure you'll have the same idea in Brazil. Okay, this is our radiators. Now these are very important to us because, as I say, it gets very cold here in Scotland. So this is a large double radiator here. We have another one on the opposite wall and another one in the dining room. And in the winter time they are all on. This is a fancy lamp. I'll put it on and let you see. There you are. It's just to give a little bit of ambience. Here in my country we like low lights. We don't use a lot of ceiling lights. I've got ceiling lights here which are pendant lights, and they give off quite a lot of light, but it's a cold light. So we like to put our lamps on and give a nice warm ambience to help heat us up. So that's the lamp, and I'll put it off. This is obviously the TV and a cabinet here with the DVDs and videos in the cabinet. This is a DVD player. So that's the TV. And now I have a plant here which I've had for years, and I don't know the name of the plant. But I've had this for years and it's still with me. I don't really take much care of it, but there it is, it's growing anyway. The floor, we mostly have carpets on the floor. Some people have the wooden floors, but mostly here it's carpeted floors. Again, it's for warmth, and it goes right up the stairway. This is what we call an open plan house. The living room's open to the dining room and it's open to the upstairs, so it's an open plan. Other houses have doorways which close everything off, but I like the openness of this house, and it was nice and spacious. That's what I liked about it. This is a picture that my daughter painted when she was at school, and I've always liked it, so I've kept it hung up in the living room. And this is called a console table, and it's just really a piece of furniture to put your lamp and photos, plants, etc., little ornaments on. This is a lamp, la lampe, and again this is what we would have on in the evening. We wouldn't have on the ceiling lights, we would have on this lamp and the other lamp to give a nice warm glow. This is now my dining room, and there's nothing really else in it apart from the dining room table, and so that we can have the space to pull the chairs out and round, and it actually opens up to a bigger table if you've got more than 6. And wallpaper is quite fashionable in Scotland, so I chose this paper which is quite busy, so that's why I just put it in the dining room. I didn't carry it on through to the living room because it was quite a lot going on in it. And curtains, we usually have curtains that we can pull across if it's cold. Again, it's to keep the heat in, keep the cold away from the windows. So that's curtains, vertical blinds. You want to open it? I'll open it, and this leads you out onto the garden. And this is my garden. It's a reasonable sized garden for our houses, and round the sides, which you maybe can't see, my husband grows a lot of vegetables and fruits, strawberries, raspberries, rhubarb, potatoes, and this is a strawberry, this is strawberry pots here, and the netting is round the pots to keep the birds and the cats out of them.
It's a double glazing, isn't it?
Oh yes, this window is double glazed, so it's got a double layer of it. It's got glass here and glass on the outside, and again that's mostly to keep the heat in, and also for the noise. If there's a lot of noise, it dulls the noise from outside.
Okay. You have a lovely one over there.
Yeah, that's a vase. I've had that one for years. You're now in the kitchen. It's a small kitchen with a little other area over here for the washing machine. I'll talk about that in a minute, but I'll take you round. This is just an open cupboard, and here I have some cake tins and a little French basket of eggs and another cake tin. This is an open rack for dinner plates and tea plates. And here we have a basket for putting fruit in. And this is my pasta dish. That's my pasta container. And this is a kettle. And this is the sugar and tea and coffee. And here at the window we have a little picture and a plant, another plant which is dying off, all the flowers have fallen off it, and another plant. And this is the stainless steel sink. And that's the taps. We call this the taps. Yeah, that's the hot water, and that's the cold water. Okay. This here is a small toaster, because there's just the two of us, so that's our toaster. And this here is this is for bread, a bread storage tin. It's an old-fashioned one, which my daughter bought me. I like things like that. And this is just some trays and chopping boards. That's wooden chopping boards to do the vegetables. And as you see, another open rack, which I've just got plates and soup bowls, cereal bowls, cereal, and more bowls. And here I have a big clock, and it is a French clock. I have sort of done my kitchen in a French shabby chic style. That's the style of the kitchen. And here we have the oven. I've got a double oven, small oven here, another oven here, and cupboards above and below for storage. And this here is the hob. It's a large hob with a cooker hood with an extractor fan to take the smells out. You put it on, that's the light, and then you put it on and it extracts all the smells from your cooking, and it goes up into the cooker hood and takes it out of the house. We call this tiles. That's our tiles. And this is my spice rack, which Lau has added to. And up here I've got some pictures that my little grandson of 3-year-old done for me, and I've just kept them up there. We have a jug here, and I've just got some utensils in here for cooking. And again, this is a French shabby chic storage thing for my paper kitchen towels and bottle of wine. And then this is the fridge. This is the fridge. You call this built-in. It's a built-in fridge, so you don't know what it is. It looks like a cupboard, but that's the fridge. And this is the freezer. Okay, and then underneath this side, I have some open baskets. And you can keep your vegetables in there, things like that, or just anything that you want to store. Okay, and in this little room, I have, my husband sometimes makes his own bread. This is a bread maker. He does that a lot in the winter. And we recycle things here in Scotland. So this is a recycle that the council gives us, and we put all our waste in here, and it goes in a separate bin. And this is for paper, and again it goes in a separate bin. This is for recycling. Not very nice to look at, but we have to have them. This is a dishwasher in here. This is a parsley plant, which is we're trying to grow, and a microwave. That's the microwave, and another cupboard. And here is my faithful wash machine, which I use every day, and that's the washing machine. And then we have a cupboard, which is keeping all extra things in, extra coats, bags. This is the water heater here. This is what heats the central heating system, the heat radiators and the hot water. We have that in.